Visit Doggtv.com for links and information about our show. Round 4 of the North State Modified Series will happen at the Madera Speedway. Round 3 is where Rich Lindgren captured his second win of the season. Cody Braun seized the opportunity to take over the championship points lead. They all gathered together to go at it again here in Madera, California. It all starts now. It's a warm, sunny day here at the Madera Speedway in Madera, California.
We're here for race 4 of the 2015 North State Modified Series season.
I am Sylvia Ochoa. Calling tonight's race is Wade Miller and 4-time modified champion Wes Miller.
Let's take a look at the 2015 point standings.
We have a new points leader after Eureka. Cody Braun takes the top spot.
There you see Colorado's Trip Gaylord second place.
Michael Mitchell had some bad luck at Eureka and dropped from first to third after that event.
Guy Young works himself into the 4th position after some consistent runs so far this season.
Rounding out the top 5 is the number 20 of Darren Knight.
You see Bobby Hirschbach knocking on the door to earn himself a top 10 points position.
Right behind Bobby, you see the 83 of Richie Potts and the 43 of Michael Morrison. They're close behind.
And here are the results of tonight's qualifying.
Yeah, there you see Trip Gaylord again with a good qualifying run. Fast time tonight, barely edging out Jason Philpott, just 200ths behind him.
Approximately 0.2 of a second separate first and 10th in this fast field of cars.
The top 6 qualifiers for tonight's race earn the right to race in tonight's Dash for Cash. You see Brian Denton able to pull off the win for the $100 first place prize.
Michael Mitchell was close behind for the $50 cash prize for second.
Visit Doggtv.com for links and information about our show.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's main event.
In row 1, starting on the pole for tonight's race, Mike Riegelman. On the outside of him, the 15 car, Brian Denton.
In row number 2, we have Darren Knight. On the outside of him, Michael Mitchell looking strong in tonight's Dash for Cash.
Looking at the 3rd row, Jason Philpott starting in the 5th position. TR Fast qualifier tonight, Trip Gaylord. They inverted a 6 for tonight's main event, so he starts in the 6th position.
In the 4th row is the 9 car of Randy Houston. And outside of him is the 11 car of Rick Anderson.
Row number 5, Cody Braun, your points leader. Admittedly not a strong qualifier if you talk to him, but usually has a good run in the main event. Rounding out the top 10 is Richie Potts.
On row number 6, the 82 of Nick Lyons is on the inside, and Green Machine, the 43 of Michael Morrison on the outside of him.
Row number 7, Guy Young in the 7 car. Outside of him, Ty Carlson in the red number 8.
In the 8th row, we have the 12A car of Keegan Walmer. And outside of Keegan is the 02X of Brian Collins.
In the final row is the 16 car of Bobby Hirschbach. Starting outside of him is the 31 car of Kelsey Martin. It's time for tonight's North State Modified Series main event. Tonight we'll have 4 Doggtv in-car cameras riding along with some of the drivers.
And here we are on board with our pole sitter, Mike Riegelman.
In the 8th position, we have a great shot from Rick Anderson from the roof cam.
There you see Trip Gaylord. Fast time tonight. Be some really great shots, kind of deep in the field.
2 angles on that car.
There'll be 60 laps in tonight's main event.
Mike Riegelman taking him down for the start. Brian Denton gets a little bit of a jump.
Green flag is out.
We'll see if the flagman lets that one go.
Yeah, I think he's going to call that one off.
Well, kind of a mess back there. I think some guys were thinking there wasn't going to be a green, and some knew there wasn't, and got jumbled up. Lucky not to have a pileup.
Yeah, everybody wants that first position or wants to make up a spot right off the bat, but you got to be patient in this thing.
Mike Riegelman will bring the field to the green flag.
Much better looking start there. They come side by side for the green.
Green flag is out.
Everybody's doubled up nice and tight, too wide all the way front to back.
Yeah, making their way. Everybody looks good. No contact. Everybody made it through the first corner.
So Brian Denton taking that initial first spot.
On board here, Rick Anderson in the 11 car. Here you can see sun's still out here at Madera. Tight racing there with Philpott and Anderson. See just how tight it is off the corner.
Looks like there's 2 grooves on this track. It makes for some really good racing.
Yeah, they recently resealed this track. You see how dark it is. So there's been some trying to work in the top and bottom groove, and 2 distinct grooves here tonight at Madera.
Yeah, Wes, it seems like in the daytime, the cars aren't quite as fast as they are later in the day.
Yeah, the outside really picks up a ton of speed at this racetrack when the sun goes down. So it'll transition from low groove to high groove.
Rick Anderson battling with Darren Knight. A little contact there.
Brian Denton pulling out to a little bit of lead there on his own there. This track is going through a big transition right now from daylight to dark. It really changes a lot. Yeah, they're trying to, at this point, get single file. Still trying to find the fast groove. Brian Denton doing a good job holding the lead for now. And Michael Mitchell thinking about hitting the high side.
Michael Mitchell had that bad run in Eureka. Needs to make up some points. Looks like he's putting some pressure on the leader.
Oh, contact from the 20 and Mike Riegelman. Check out the eyes on Mike. Sure, he thought he was going around there.
That was a nice save by Mike Riegelman. Little love tap there.
Yeah, maybe a little payback. Hello, I know what you did.
Mike Riegelman showing his displeasure with that contact sending him up the track. There's a replay.
There's the contact again from behind. You can see Riegelman did a great job. He's got a lot of time in a modified. Sure he wasn't happy with that so early in the race.
And there's a little, hey, don't do that again. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, I think he got the message. Trip Gaylord able to make it around that Michael Mitchell car. Back to the front again, you see Brian Denton, the 57 car, actually Trip Gaylord making his way into second, looking to pressure for the lead.
77 of Michael Mitchell really seems to be floating up in the turns. He had a strong car for the first 5 laps or so, and really struggling right now.
You see 20 car Darren Knight looking to get by that 77 car. Yeah, this track can be a little tricky to get a hold of because it changes so much. So you're really struggling to get off the corner there. Darren Knight looking to try to go where he isn't.
Here's a view from Rick Anderson's cam. You can see Michael Mitchell pushing up the track there, and Darren Knight trying to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, really going up high on the track. That actually would be a really fast line later on this evening. Just right now, there's just a little bit too much grip on the bottom.
Rick Anderson makes a pass as well. Michael Mitchell heading back, it looks like.
So looking high, you can see that line. See, he's running high and then trying to get that straight shot off the bottom. Yeah, very tough racetrack in the corners.
Trip Gaylord, who's in an intense battle with Brian Denton for the lead.
Yeah, I'm sure Trip's going to want to try to get by Denton because he's sure the 20 car is going to work his way towards the front.
Trip looks inside.
Door open a little bit, makes it inviting for that second place car. Yeah, really running tight there. There's big rumble strips at this racetrack on the inside, so you do not want to drop your left front off on that with these bump stop cars. You see the 20 car making up some room there. Still no pressure on Trip for second, but he definitely wants to get by that 15 car. The 15 doing a good job holding his line there.
See Darren Knight starting to reel him in a little bit there. Getting held up, trying to pass a guy like that, really falling into Darren Knight's lap, trying to take advantage of that situation. Good. Trip has good position this time.
Yeah, just not enough when you're on the bottom. You have to have enough racetrack for your car to float up, or you pinch it off and you just can't get off the corner there.
You can see the maturity of Trip Gaylord. He decided to back off there at the last second instead of forcing the issue this early in the race.
Yeah, some good smart racing here. Maybe a little different later in the race, but at this point, not a good time to be forcing the issue, even though the 20 car is starting to come up on these guys. Boy, looking close there on entry. Guys doing a good job staying off of each other.
Yeah, Trip's going to have to make a move before he's going to be in a 3-way battle here real soon.
You see the 20 car has really changed the lineup. He runs in a little high, straightens out the middle, and able to come off with good grip, straightening out this racetrack.
Yeah, he's running quite a different line than the rest, and it looks like he gets a better run coming off the turns that way.
Rick Anderson starting to come into the picture again with 15A car of Jason Philpott. Yeah, that'll be more like the line during the main event when the sun goes completely down. So it looks like those three are actually pretty close.
The in-car shot of Trip going underneath Brian.
Boy, he really got a good run on entry there. See how it goes. Gets a good run. You can see Brian really having to fight that car a little bit on exit. Looks like Tripp's going to get by. 20 car looking to come through that hole as well.
Yeah, he doesn't quite get there in time. It looks like he's a little contact there. Try and get him a little loose, see if he can get position on him. But he'll have to fall behind and work his way around him.
He knows that 57 car is going to take off if he can't get up there, so he's going to really want to get by Brian pretty quickly here.
There's Rick Anderson looking at all this going on in front. He's starting to make up ground too, hoping to take advantage of the battle between Darren Knight and Brian Denton there.
There you see the 20 car making his way on the outside. You can see just in the last few laps, the track has gotten faster on the high side as the sun goes down.
Whoa! This Cody Braun got a little loose, got up into Potts. A little sideways there, but some good drivers in this series able to collect their cars when they get out of shape like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of laps in this field for modified guys. 43 car there, you see the green machine getting a little loose, able to save it.
A perfect example. That looked like that car was going around, but he drove it right out.
Yeah, these cars have a lot of motor and a little treaded tire, DOT tire, so it's they're a handful to drive off the corner.
The great shot from Mike Riegelman's car right here.
Yeah, really tight, close racing. 43 car actually looks pretty good tonight. Having a good run, 77. Looks like he's having some issues. He's dropping back. So Rick Anderson in that red 11 looking to move forward, putting some pressure on Brian Denton. Sun maybe becoming a little bit of an issue. Not too bad though.
Quarter pound's a little used up on Denton's car there.
Yeah, guys early on trying to make their way by. Brian doing a good job, having one of his strongest runs of the season.
Now Brian Denton, he was out of racing for a while.
Yeah, many years. Brian raced in modifieds back, many years ago, and came back in this year and making a good showing for himself. There you see the pole sitter, Mike Riegelman, finds himself there battling in the back a little bit.
Mike Riegelman in the 6th spot. Rick Anderson finally looks like he's going to get position on Denton.
Yeah, he's just been waiting for Brian to move up the track. He was just right in the right position as Brian went up high, dived down low. You can really see those rumble strips, how it upsets the car a little bit.
Yeah, that's such a great shot. Kind of get a perspective from the driver's view a little better with that.
There you see Trip Gaylord really stretching it out. Car looks like it's really hooked up. I'm sure he's just trying to be smooth and saving his tires for later on in the race.
And we're at the halfway point. We're still green from beginning to this point. It's about the same distance between first and second as we do between second and third. And then it kind of bunches up after that.
Yeah, I'm sure Tripp, there's a group of cars there in front of him. He's just sort of trying to get a big enough gap between him and the 20 so he doesn't take a chance of losing the lead if he gets hung up in traffic.
Now the sun's starting to go down a little more. This track should be gripping up a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, my experience here has been as the sun goes down, you could almost, these high horsepower cars, you can almost flat foot these cars off the corner. There's so much grip.
So we could see some cars that were not competitive early in this race all of a sudden show up towards the front, I imagine.
Yeah, it's almost like flipping a switch. The track changes so much. There you see the 43, that green machine, looking to pressure your pole sitter, having a good run there.
Guy Young and Brian Collins.
Yeah, just past the halfway point. Still see some tight racing here towards the back of the field. Really bunched up here at the bunch of cars. Trip Gaylord tracking him down.
Now there's Brian Herzbach. We haven't heard much from him. Looks like he's starting to hook up on the outside like you were talking about earlier. Looks like he's going to take that 10th spot and battle for 10th through 15th. 3 wide there. They got to get going because the leader's coming up and they're just going to start lapping these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure there's spotters in their ear telling them, hey, the leader's coming, leader's coming. They're going to try to get what they can, hope for a yellow so they don't go a lap down. But you can see out Tripp's window. Boy, a lot of cars there.
The shot of Ty Carlson from the in-car camera. Tripp Gaylord. Car looks like it's not handling very well. He's really struggling with that machine. Tripp makes the pass.
Here you see the 77 car again. He's struggling tonight. Car's dropping back a little bit. Tripp looking to make his way through. You can see just how congested it is. He wants to get by these guys. See, there you see the flag man with the move over flag.
This is a tense moment for Tripp. He doesn't want to get tied up in anything and ruin his chance of winning this race.
See, they're rolling the outside. Doing a good job. Everybody's doing a good job holding their line. They know the leader's coming.
Tripp also knows the longer these guys hold him up, he's closer Darren Knight is on his tail, because Darren Knight's a smart driver. He'll take full advantage of any holdups that Tripp has going through this traffic.
Yeah, they're making their way through there pretty cleanly. It looks like everybody's doing a good job. 77 getting loose. Boy, his car's really, really going away. It's like the sun goes down and his car got worse.
Yeah, remember right off the bat in the race, he was in battle for the lead. Oh, there's Ty Carlson goes around. We were talking about that car.
We have caution on the track.
Yeah, it looked like it was almost rolling over a bunch. If you notice the way the body was and the way it was sitting in the corners, there's just a lot of rollover in that car. So I'm not sure if something's broke or what. 40 laps, that's a lot of green flag laps on a tight track like this. I'm sure some of these guys are probably thankful for that yellow.
You know, as the season goes on, some of these drivers have never raced each other before. As they get more familiar with each other, I got to think that that's leading to better racing, less cautions.
Yeah, definitely. It's been my experience that the more times you race with somebody, you kind of have an idea what their tendencies are, and so you know what to expect, and makes the racing a little cleaner as the season goes on.
Rick Anderson settling in that 4th spot for the restart. We got a great view of this restart here.
You see Darren Knight inching forward on the outside.
Green flag is out.
Darren gets a good jump on that start. Gets the lead all by himself in a turn 1.
Yeah, he gets a great restart there. Rick Anderson also with a great start, pulling in with those guys. Here comes Michael Morrison on the outside of Brian Denton, coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, Morrison, that 43 car, is getting a lot of bite off the corner. Car looks pretty good. One of his best friends all year. Philpott trying to make a run on the outside of Brian Denton.
It's like you said earlier about flipping the switch when the sun went down. I think Michael Morrison is one of those guys. That car has really got some forward bite now.
Yeah, single file there in the front in the top 3. Morrison trying to catch the leader. To see Philpott there, shoving it in below Denton. Trying to make the pass. Looking for the top 5.
So Jason Philpott's going to make the pass, taking over the 5th position.
Yeah, Gaylord working on his line, trying to get a good exit off the corner. He's entering a little high, just trying to do what he can to catch the 20 car. Got to be careful. The 11 car, first time out, looking really good there with Anderson. Gaylord has that high entry, and he's got to be careful.
Yeah, he's really starting to put a little pressure on Gaylord. Here comes that 43 car. There's Ty Carlson around again.
Caution is out.
The second time around in the last handful of laps for that car. Looks like all the tires are up. Don't see any broken parts on that car. Here you have a replay of that incident. Red car, Ty Carlson on the inside. A little contact with Kelsey Martin. That window looked like it closed up. Not sure if she knew he was there or what, but not enough room there for both cars.
Yeah, I think Ty handles that car without spinning out if it's handling a little better than it is tonight.
Doggtv onboard cam with Riegelman. Your fast time tonight, Tripp Gaylord. Sorry, now Tripp's on the outside. We'll see how this restart goes.
Great shot from Rick Anderson.
But Tripp gets a good run on the outside.
Green flag is out.
Got a little bit of an advantage there. 43 car charging. Boy, 3rd place for 43 car. Morrison.
Looking to challenge for 2nd spot, maybe even for the lead.
15A shoving it in there in the corner.
We're 10 to go. It's getting a little push and shove out there now.
contact on the backstretch. Philpott really wants that spot. Anderson fighting back. With some tight racing there. He pushes up there on the in the middle of the corner. Anderson looking to go in low. Has to back off.
A little bump there from Anderson. Probably didn't appreciate the contact.
Made it through the 15A. Gets in the back of the 43. The best run he's had all year.
Oh, what a heartbreaker for Michael Morrison. He was having such a great run.
We have caution on the track.
Just a handful of laps to go.
Take a look at the replay on that one.
Morrison, the 43. Boy, the Philpott car, 2 car lengths behind him. It's like he just rolled in the corner really hot. Maybe he expected the 43 to get going, but he didn't, and got in the back and spun him.
The rest of the field does a great job of not getting collected up in that.
After a restart, they're all bunched up. Bad luck there for Morrison with a great run. Given the 1 to go from the flag man. Not many laps to go. 57 of Gaylord has the lead, but he chose the outside. He knows that that high line is the way to go, so he purposely chose the high side. 20 car gets a jump.
Oh, that's looks like a bad restart there. We'll see what the flagman does.
All by himself crossing the start-finish line. Yellow comes out. Flagman didn't like that start.
You got to think that Darren Knight must be kicking himself a little bit for not picking in the outside earlier on his restart. Now he doesn't have the choice to do so.
Yeah, even though the 57 isn't starting on the pole, he's still the leader, so he's going to be the one setting the pace. You can't blame the 20 car for trying to get a jump on that start towards the end of the race, though.
It's a nice, clean start.
Green flag is out.
There you see the 57 inching ahead of the 20. Everybody double file. 57 gets a great run on the high side. There's all that grip as the sun goes down on board with Tripp.
There's a great shot of Darren Knight trying to get under. Tripp gets a little loose there.
See the 20 car really having to pinch his car on the bottom as he loses that forward bite. Laps winding down here.
There's our points leader, Cody Braun. Looks like he's getting ready to challenge for that 4th spot and getting around Nick Lyons. That car's starting to come in a little bit at the end of the race.
Having a good run. Henderson trying to get by Denton again. Some close, hard racing there.
Rick Anderson trying to get position on Brian. Looks like he might pull it off this time. He makes the pass down the backstretch.
Boy, we're 2 by 2 after the first 2 cars. Boy, really hard racing in the back. 20 car, look at, he's just doing everything he can to change his lineup to try to find some grip.
Really see Darren Knight trying some different lines to try and make up some space.
On board again with Riegelman. Boy, 43 trying to work his way back up through the field after that incident with the 15A at Philpott.
Well, Cody Braun way up the track there, lost a few positions.
Slid up the track there, not sure if there was contact or what, losing some spots.
It's going to cost a few points.
43 car looks really good. Man, it's tight, close. Really close there. Everybody doing a good job.
Tripp Gaylord looking for his first win of the season, first win in this series, trying to be smooth and bring it home.
Last lap. Boy, it looks like the 57 really able. His car is hooked up here at the end. They got a good setup on that car. Coming to the checkered flag, Tripp Gaylord with his first win of the season in 2015 in the North State Modified Series. You can see from our Doggtv onboard camera just how excited Tripp Gaylord is to take the victory. Good run tonight for that Garcia Racing team.
Tripp pulls up to the victory circle there and celebrate a well-deserved win. Here are the final results from tonight's main event. Your winner tonight, Tripp Gaylord in the 57 car after a great battle with 20 car Darren Knight.
Rick Anderson with a great showing. First time out with that chassis. Good run in 3rd place.
Nick Lyons and Brian Denton rounding out the top 5. Denton getting stronger every race.
See Bobby Hirschbach doing a good job making his way through the field, keeping his car clean. You see some incidents with some other cars. Had a good, strong finish for tonight. Cody Braun ended up in the 8th position. Lost a few spots there with that slide towards the end of the race, but nonetheless, a decent points night. Here you see the rest of tonight's finishing order. Your pole center, Mike Riegelman, ended up with the 11th place finish tonight. Michael Mitchell, not the run he was looking for, ended up 13th. Let's take a look at the point standings after tonight's race in Madera.
After 4 races, we have our 4th different points leader with Trip Gaylord taking over that top position over Cody Braun, 2nd spot.
3rd position, you have Darren Knight tonight with that good run.
And Michael Mitchell, still having a run of bad luck, falls to the 4th position after tonight's race.
And Guy Young in the 5th position. Bobby Hirschbach able to battle his way back into the top 10 with a good run tonight. And Richie Potts as well in the 10th position.
Congratulations to you on this all Doggtv team tonight. Yeah, thank you. It means so much to us. Just finally got that win for us. So looking forward to Roseville. I can't thank the fans enough for coming. Hope you like that race. I'm celebrating. Good luck tonight. Trip Gaylord tonight. 60 Boston Series win on this Madera mile racetrack. Trip Gaylord and the Doggtv racing team out of the arena.
Let's go to Wes Miller, who's with tonight's winner, Trip Gaylord.
Standing here with the winner of tonight's North State Modified race, Trip Gaylord here at Madera Speedway. Clean sweep tonight. Talk about how it went.
Yeah, it's nice to get the clean sweep. We're fast practice, fast qualifying, fast qualifier again. 6 in a row for Garcia Racing, so it's nice to get that. Always love getting a win, especially working hard like that at the end there. The night races us about as hard as you can, but as clean as you can. So great to race with people like that and pull the win off. We really worked for it at the end there.
Yeah, the middle of the race looked like it was. It kind of had a green flag look, as you would say, and kind of pulling away at a couple second lead. And there was a couple late yellows, and they got kind of tight there at the end. But it looked like you picked the high side. The car looked like maybe it was a little tight in the inside.
Yeah, I hate to see the yellow there at that. We had a pretty good green flag run going, so I hated to see that yellow, but got beat on the restart once, learned our lesson, had to go high, just wasn't, didn't turn enough on the bottom, so had to go high. Luckily we made it stick. Can't thank Garcia Racing enough. The whole team, Lucas Oil, STR, Bilstein Shocks, they're the ones that make this happen, so can't thank them enough. Got the best crew out here.
Excellent. Well, good job, Trip Gaylord. Garcia Racing with the win tonight, clean sweep, taking over the points lead in North State Modified Series.
Tune in next time as Doggtv heads to Meridian, Idaho, where Doggtv's own Wes Miller competes in the Alan Strobel Memorial Race.